Hello everyone, welcome to my GMB News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. This morning viewers were up in arms just minutes into Thursday's, March 6th, episode lamenting this is hard work over the show's content. Presenters Kat Deely and Ben Shepherd led the latest installment of the popular ITV daytime show, which featured interviews with key figures from Bergerac and Toxic Town. At the start of the program, Jodie Whittaker joined forces with two real-life mothers who were deeply affected by the Corby toxic waste case, which has now been dramatized in a Netflix series. The miniseries, showcasing performances from Amy Lou Wood and Claudia Jessie, has gathered critical applause across the board for its compelling execution since landing on the streamer, with critics lauding the actors' standout performances. Following an emotive discussion with the Toxic Town cast, hosts Kat and Ben caught up with Damian Maloney and Zoe Wanamaker on the iconic blue sofa, who dished details about the much-awaited return of Bergerac, which made its debut last week, reports. Wales Online. Taking on the mantle from John Nettles, Damian plays a brooding, more complex Jim Bergerac, whilst Zoe takes on the role of Bergerac's mother-in-law, Charlie Hungerford. Despite the star-studded lineup, this morning's audience was far from entertained with today's interviews, with droves flocking to X, formerly Twitter, to air their grievances. One viewer griped, "God, these interviews are hard work today," and another bemoaned, "I can't the last time they had an interview on this show that stopped me from falling asleep." A frustrated fan lamented the state of affairs, "It's like pulling teeth today," while another observer voiced their discontent. "Honestly, going by today's interviews," Damian aside, "it's just as well these actors are given scripts to do their job." Another viewer highlighted the sluggish pace. "Is this the pause for thought sofa during an interview?" Meanwhile, the show had other segments to keep viewers engaged. Dr. Scott Miller was at Crufts covering all the excitement, while Jamie Oliver provided culinary tips in the kitchen and live phone-in sessions. Kat and Ben were also joined by Steve Wilson, who embraced his inner Willy Wonka to showcase the finest sweet confections available for the Easter festivities. The morning sun had barely risen, casting a soft glow through the studio windows, as Kat Deely and Ben Shepherd settled into their seats on the famous blue sofa. Another episode of This Morning was about to begin, and today's show promised a star-studded lineup that ITV executives had hoped would captivate their audience. As the opening credits rolled and the theme tune played, an enthusiastic voiceover heralded the arrival of Jodie Whittaker, fresh from her role in Netflix's newly released miniseries Toxic Town. Joining her were two real-life mothers whose lives had been profoundly impacted by the Corby toxic waste case, the real-life tragedy that inspired the dramatization. Jodie, ever the professional, wore a solemn yet empathetic expression as she introduced the women sitting beside her. Their harrowing story unfolded, detailing how their children had suffered as a result of the environmental disaster. The atmosphere in the studio grew heavy with emotion. Kat and Ben, visibly moved, asked sensitive questions, keen to handle the topic with the gravity it deserved. Meanwhile, at home, viewers were growing restless. One Twitter user, watching the segment with a cup of tea in hand, typed furiously, "God, these interviews are hard work today. Where's the fun?" Another, who had tuned in hoping for a light-hearted start to the day, sighed. "This is a bit too heavy for a morning show. Give me some Jamie Oliver cooking up a storm instead." Despite the online grumbles, the interview pressed on, highlighting the incredible performances of Amy Lou Wood and Claudia Jessie in the show. Critics had hailed their performances as some of the finest of the year, and Jodie shared anecdotes about the intense filming process, shedding light on the dedication of the cast and crew. As the segment wrapped up, Ben turned to the camera with a warm smile. "What a powerful discussion. Now, from one gripping drama to another, let's talk Bergerac." The camera panned to Damian Maloney and Zoe Wanamaker, who were settling onto the sofa. The return of Bergerac had been the talk of the town, with Damian stepping into the shoes once filled by John Nettles. "This new iteration of Jim Bergerac is darker, moodier, more complex," Damian explained, his brow furrowing as he described his approach to the role. Zoe, playing the formidable Charlie Hungerford, added with a chuckle, "And let's just say he's not the only one with an edge." The discussion moved to the legacy of the show, the challenges of reimagining a beloved character, and the excitement of bringing Jersey's detective back to television screens. The nostalgia factor was undeniable, yet some fans found the interview sluggish. One disgruntled viewer took to Twitter, "I can't remember the last time they had an interview on this show that stopped me from falling asleep." Another chimed in, "Honestly, going by today's interviews, Damien aside, it's just as well these actors are given scripts to do their job." As if sensing the dwindling energy, Kat and Ben quickly transitioned to a livelier segment. The screen cut to Dr. Scott Miller, live from Crufts, where dogs of all shapes and sizes were parading in their finest form. Viewers were momentarily distracted from their boredom, delighting in the adorable canines. Next up, Jamie Oliver took over the kitchen, bringing with him the sense of freshly baked hot cross buns and simmering lamb stew. He launched into a spirited demonstration, his enthusiasm contagious as he shared tips on how to perfect the ultimate Easter feast. But the audience's complaints hadn't faded entirely. Another viewer tweeted, "It's like pulling teeth today. Can we get something fun?" So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.